Hey folks, Roger Bain from Bain Custom Woodworking back for yet another tool review. If you've been following along with these tool reviews over the past month or so, you'll see that I have referenced a number of times the injury that I had to my left hand. Well, we are certainly making progress. I don't have my brace on any longer. However, I'm still limited to what I can do, but I'm making huge progress on this. But I've also referenced the fact that there was a tool that was the problem, and that tool was this bandsaw. So this bandsaw is where I actually was injured. Now, was it an accident? Was I working too fast? Whatever. It could have been a number of different things, but what I was trying to do was make a taper cut on a 6x6 cedar block. I was trying to make it from a ½ inch to nothing. Normally I would make that cut from nothing to the ½ inch so that I had wood to bite into at the end. However, what happened was I could not get the piece of wood to go underneath this part right here, so I turned it around. Yes, I should have had my push stick with me, but I was ready to reach for my push stick when what happened was it jumped out and slipped and pulled me across the blade and hit my wrist. All of that being said, let's talk about the review for the bandsaw. I really like this bandsaw. Now, this is the Grizzly G0555P, whatever. And you can see that on top. I purchased this used from a woodworker who passed away. His wife was selling a number of tools, and my son-in-law and I went to Alabama. Boy, it's got to be close to 8, if not more than 8 years ago now. So I've had this bandsaw for quite a while. I really love its performance. This has never let me down. It works every single time that I turn it on. Now, you can't see it, but on the back it actually has dust collection, so I can hook my dust processor up to this, and it really does collect the dust. There's not much you can really say about a bandsaw. The table's flat, and I use it that I don't move it at all, but it has really stayed consistent. It's on wheels, so I'm moving it in and out, and it's more than powerful enough to get the work done that I need. Now, would it be nice to have a little bit taller one with a bigger throat? Because truly, this throat will only do 6 inches. Truly, if I there's a guard that goes on this, if the guard was on there, it probably would only do 5.5 inches. The problem being is with the guard, you're limited to what you can cut. So you just have to be careful with it. Now, could that have avoided my accident? Maybe. There are a number of conditions that played into that. But let's talk about what else I have done with this. So this really is easy to change the blade on this. Take the block out here and everything loosens up in it. The blades come off. There's a wrench back here or a lever that tightens and loosens the top wheel. But what I had to do after probably about 5 years of using it, I needed to replace the rubber that's on these wheels. I also needed to upgrade my roller guides here. So I found a company, and let me show you who they are. This is Carter Company, they C-A-R-T-E-R, and I will link that below. I buy all of my blades from these folks. So purchasing the blades, they work very, very well with this tool. They stay sharp and they're very, very accurate. I'm really impressed with them. But what I also needed to do was replace these roller guides. These folks helped me purchase the proper ones. I put them on both top and bottom, and they have been great. They adjust very easily as you change blades. So I've been very, very pleased with the quality of their blades, the quality of their roller guides, and they have a number of other tools for the bandsaw. Really, really accurate. Very, very pleased. I'll put that up here again. That is Carter Classics, I guess is what they go by, but I will put the link down below. Very pleased with the Carter blades and their roller guides. But in the end, I love my bandsaw. Now, my fence works very, very well. I use this for a number of things. I don't do a lot of resawing on this tool, but when I'm ready to resaw, this tool handles it. What I really do a lot on this tool is for the smaller things. So if you follow along with my site, you'll see that I make a lot of Adirondack chairs. I make a lot of charcuterie boards. I make a lot of little things for the kids, rocking chairs, those type of things. So really, when I'm doing that, my guide is way down here. There is a guide or a guard that has to go back on here. I took it off to change it, and I never put it back on. I need to put that back on. But for the most part, my hands are down here and my blades are here. I do a lot of that. So I use this pretty much like a scroll saw. And let me tell you, with the proper adjustment to the blades and with these Carter blades, boy, I can do some intricate scroll saw work on this. There are multiple blades I have. This happens to be my second largest one. But when I get down to a thinner blade, really very, very accurate. And I like that about not only the tool, but about the Carter blades. So really, this is a review not only of the Grizzly bandsaw, and I really like my Grizzly bandsaw. It's also about the Carter blades and accessories that I've put on here. Now you can see my handy push stick is there as well, and I use that most of the time. This was just an accident that I had. Love this Grizzly bandsaw. Would love a taller one someday, but for right now, this really does the work that I need to do in my shop. Recommend it every single time. Very pleased with my Grizzly tools. I will stay with my Grizzly tools for as long as I possibly can. I like the quality. I like their tech support. I like their company altogether. They really do support small businesses. So there are multiple other reviews that I have done. You'll see them on my site, but I will link them below. I will also link the Carter website below that I referenced. But in the end, I really love my tools. I'm looking to be back to work in January, so be on the lookout for some new items that I'm doing, some new projects that I'm building. I already have projects lined up. So for those who are following me here on YouTube, I greatly appreciate that. If you're not, please subscribe below. Reach over and subscribe to my Instagram site. We also have a Facebook page that we keep up to date, and our website, BainCustomWoodworking.com. I have a products page on there where we sell some items for those that are local here and some of our smaller items that we can ship. In the meantime, for all of those who can continue to make sawdust, please do that. Enjoy the Christmas season of making Christmas toys and products for your clients. And in the meantime, God bless. Thank you.